Is that true?
Doesn't matter.
Alright, let's get this next video started. Oh no, I think I missed this one.
Hey, I had to come back in time to tell you you're responding to this. It's just the same thing.
Alright, it's good to be back. Let's get some more Fallout. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Something seems off.
Is it something on my face?
I'm not sure, but I suppose it's nothing important. I should just get back into Fallout.
Took a week off. I think I actually have a pretty good episode on this.
Laters!
Alright, let's go.
Made the rest of the game too. Whoever it was whose fault is the opening, you can see their grubby little piss-stained hands all over the entire game. So it's worth talking about the opening's problems because they're a microcosm of Fallout 3 as a whole. The dad making all the real decisions who you're just following around, and the throwaway characters you won't have any interest in seeing again all prime you expertly for the shitty game to come. So if you can call 3's opening anything, one word you could call it is honest.
Hahaha, that's funny. I can't with this guy. Continue.
Fallout 3's engine is fairly solid, but its design is terrible. Now I know the lockpicking and hacking minigames are often criticised, but to be honest, I'm okay with them. But like the rest of Fallout 3, their potential is squandered because they aren't used well. Hacking and lockpicking should be a skill your character has to bother to develop, which is then rewarded in the form of extra loot, or the ability to alter a situation, or even bypass a trickier fight. But let's look at their actual use in the opening. To access the Overseer's chamber, you could pick the very easy, almost impossible to fail lock, or you could open the dresser drawer one room away and take the key. To access the Overseer's computer, you could do the hacking minigame, or you could open the drawer directly next to the computer and obtain the password directly.
Always semantics with you, HBomberguy, I swear. The reason for this, again, multiple options, multiple choices. You can get the key, or you can actually lockpick it, or whatever. Another fresh nothing burger sandwich.
Incredibly easily. So players are ingrained with the belief that these minigames can be avoided, and you ought to look for ways to do so. I think that's why people criticise them so much, not because they're directly bad, but because the game itself teaches you that you should avoid doing them if you can.
No, I got this one. So, where do we start? I kind of want to agree with him, but I can't. It's the obvious he's going for. If you get multiple options, usually people can go for the easiest thing, but that's anything in life. If by chance you have the option of actually going to take your dog out for a walk or getting someone else to do it, people do things like that. That's
just what people are gonna do.
By chance you play a game a certain way, you're always gonna play a game a certain way. You can't force a person to do a certain thing in a video game. That's the reason why with Bethesda, with this game, with all of their games, they give you tons of options of things that you can do. You either choose to do it this way or a different way. This argument is just like a pointless argument. I think I know where he's going with it, but it doesn't really make enough sense where I can actually take it from what he's pulling from to make it into a better argument than that. Try better, HBomberguy. Jeez.
Well said.
Thanks, I try.
Straight away, but you have to be really good to be able to do it. This creates a sense of friction and challenge and fun where the player's ability is being tested. Assaulting the army base in Stalker is just great. I love it. And Players don't usually think about these elements of games, especially shooters, but the design of the progression and the pacing is what makes a game fun. Fallout 3's world is designed for almost every area to be accessible to anyone at any time. This means that the developers had to avoid making an area the player could go too early, which let me remind you is anywhere, too hard. So let's be honest, all enemies and characters in the game have fairly low quality equipment and stats, and no lockpicks or hacking minigames in your path require much skill to activate. This practically eliminates any sense of pace or rising action or difficulty.
Alright, I think we're going to end the video on this note, and the last thing I do want to add into the video, it seems like all of this video was just him talking about either the tutorial of the game, the lockpicking.
My opinion on this is not an opinion. This is a fact.
Do you ever wonder if there's something wrong with us?
Okay, sorry. Just basic things that you can easily get in any game that you play. None of these things will break a game. The tutorial in any game that you play is going to be the exact same. It's going to give you the basis of what you need to do to play a game. Lockpicking is just an optional thing that you do on the side. It doesn't determine the entire game. If Bethesda hypothetically made a game and the game was completely broken with the lockpicking, but everything else was good, it would still be a good game. I hurts me to say this, but it could possibly still be the game of the year. One small feature doesn't determine everything about how good a game is going to be. Waste of time. It's fine. We're going to move on. And we have another video. Maybe. I don't know. Just find something else to do.
I'm going to tell you guys what the best hamburgers are, and I want everybody to understand this, okay?